Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a Target haul for you. If you've been here a while, you know that I don't generally go into a Target. I don't physically walk into Targets because I tend to black out and buy way more than I should. But in this instance, I had to go inside because I can't even remember why. I think that I had forgot to schedule the drive up or something. I made some justification in my head as to why I needed to physically enter a Target. So I went into the Target, I bought the things. Then like a week later, I had to do a drive up, so that's gonna be in there too. And then also in this video, I'm gonna be sharing just a few recipe ideas. Nothing crazy. We have like some oatmeal waffles that I make my son all the time, and they're good for adults too. I've had them, John's had them, and they're super easy to throw together, and they're filled with mostly wholesome items. I also have a Italian hamburger helper made with a ground turkey that John threw together for us. So that's going to be in this video. And then I also have a chicken tikka masala recipe. I'm pretty sure I've shared it before, but I'm going to throw it in here because I didn't have like a formal recipe written up before. So we're going to put it in this video, and then I'm going to have a formal recipe in the description box below for all three of the items, so then that way you guys can reference it. I have kind of a funny Target story, and if you're following me on Instagram, you already heard this story, so sorry it's a repeat, but at least it's a quick one. So I'm at Target, right? And I'm at the checkout, and the cashier is like a fresh 18-year-old, very, very young. He was so sweet, but very, very young. And there's a baby crying directly in the line behind me. And he's like staring them down. And if you're a parent, you know that like when your child is crying, one of the more stressful things is when like other people are staring at you because you sit there and wonder if they're judging you. At least that happens to me and a few of my friends. So maybe you're cool and you don't ever worry about it, but I certainly do. Anyways, back to the story. So he's like staring at them, and I don't want to say anything, but I want to say something. But he looks at me and he's like, I thought that baby was fake. And I was like, okay, like didn't think that's where that was gonna go. And he's like, the cry is so rhythmic. And I was like, oh yeah, that's because that's like a fresh newborn. And he's like, oh, do you know that family? And I was like, oh no, I don't know them. I just know that's what newborns sound like. He's like, you didn't even see the baby? And I'm like, no, I didn't see the baby. I just know what newborns sound like. And he's like, babies have different types of cries. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, this guy probably thinks I'm such a weirdo. Like at first he thought I knew the family and we're probably just checking out at the same time, so I know there's a newborn behind me. But no, I'm literally able to just identify a cry in a child, and whether it's newborn versus toddler versus like 7-year-old versus 13-year-old. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yes, like their cries change over time. As they grow older, it gets whinier and more like you're ruining their life. And he was like, wow. So anyways, that's my Target story for today. I won't take up any more of your time. We'll go ahead and get into the video. Okay, my friends, we have an exciting Target haul for you tonight. It is evening time, so there's like shadows on it and it's dark. It's not my best work, you guys, okay? Please forgive me. We're gonna start with kind of the boring stuff, but this is not boring. The King Arthur brand all-purpose flour. If you have not tried baking with this as opposed to other flours, I need you to try and report back whether or not I'm crazy. Actually, we already knew that I was crazy, but report back anyway and tell me if you notice a difference, because I personally do. If I bake with this all-purpose flour, there's a significant difference to me in terms of the texture of the item. So that is my favorite flour to grab in case anybody was sitting there wondering at home, man, you know what? I wonder what Kate's favorite brand of all-purpose flour is, and here you go. Here's your answer. It is also unbleached, so that's great to know. I don't know what that does, but sure, whatever. The twins are obsessed with ditalini pasta right now, but they did not have any, so I grabbed Elbow instead. I grabbed a couple cans of Rotel just to replace in the pantry because I cooked with them this week. I also needed some yeast because we're going to be making some cool pancakes. I don't know how to pronounce them. You're going to see them in a video. Everything's fine. Over here, we've got some low-fat cottage cheese. I've been eating that a lot as like a snack and also like as like mixed into lunches lately. So I just grabbed some of that. Over here, giving a try to this Everspring brand. Haven't used them before, but they were by like the Mrs. Meyer's and the Method, which are usually my favorites. Actually, I'm a liar. My all-time favorite, which I will link down below, is the Caldrea all-purpose spray. This particular scent is a fave right now. I don't know why it's not focusing. Orange Blossom Bamboo smells heavenly. This is not sold at Target. I get it through Grove Collaborative. This is like when I'm cleaning and I need a boost of serotonin or something. Is that the boost that you would get? I grabbed this one out. But for the less expensive option, these are only $2.99 for this ginormous 28-ounce bottle. They had an all-purpose cleaner in lemon and mint, and then an antibacterial in citrus and basil. I love basil from Mrs. Meyer's, so I'm thinking I'm gonna love that. And then I just needed some hand soap to refill, so I got some of that brand again in lemon and mint. Does anybody else hate refilling their hand soap? It drives me absolutely crazy and brings me absolutely no joy. It sucks the joy out of my life, but I'm an adult and I have to do it, so there we go. I grabbed some chicken breasts. To be honest, I have 12,000 pounds of chicken breasts in the freezer, but I need to start a recipe tonight, and this was, I think, $10 for almost 3 pounds. Worth it, okay? And it's not like I'm not going to use the chicken breast that's in the freezer. And then I grabbed some organic bananas. These are only like $2 for 3 pounds or something. Now, let's talk the clothes that I got. They had out new clothes for babies and toddlers. Usually the girls get the good stuff, but boys were not forgotten this time. So I got this adorable little like jumper set. I don't know what the people would call it, the fashionistas. I don't know what you call this, but it's like a 2-piece set. It's got, it's very athletic. It's got almost like that juicy couture, what is that called? Velour. You know, I don't know any of the terms, you guys, but it's a 2-piece set in a mint color. Maybe it's like a seafoam green for the twins. It's very, I don't know, it's very nostalgic for me. This looks like something I would have worn my freshman year of high school. And so I got 2 sets for my 13-month-olds in size 18 to 24 because I'm raising linebackers. And then to match them without matching them, like to complement them, I got this outfit for my 2-year-old who is in 4T, proof right there. And it's a little polo because he's a little bit more sophisticated in his old age, you know. And then it's got these green shorts, so they match. Like I said, they complement, but they don't matchy. You know, he's a little bit elevated, if you will. And it's got Mickey Mouse's signature on here. It is designer, okay? This is a designer outfit. Then we specifically said we weren't going to buy holiday things. This is kind of Valentine's, but I guess kind of not. But we are going to be in the parks right before Valentine's Day, so I figured why not? It has been on the cooler side here. So this is, I got 1, 2, and 3 for all of the kids. 1, 2, and 3. I obviously don't know where my camera is, so I'm excited for them to be able to wear that. And then for mom, I didn't forget myself. I love these Ava and Vive shirts. Ava and Vive shirts. I got it in a purple and then kind of like a deep olive green. I have no idea. The fashionistas can tell me what color that actually is. So these are only $10 and they're my favorite shirt from there. I will link it down below in case you're looking for a great everyday shirt. I size up in it because I like a looser fit. I range from like 1X to 2X. I get this in a 3X, but honestly, like they're oversized on me. So I just go with your traditional sizing on that. And yeah, that's everything from Target this evening. All right, adding on to our little Target haul, because I ended up doing a drive up tonight. 5 things of distilled water. I did not know this, but maybe you guys did. Maybe you didn't. We're going to talk about it now. Did you know you're supposed to use distilled water for small appliances? It actually tells you right here. Small appliances such as like your Nespresso machine, we have a baby Brezza, if you have a Keurig, this is what you're supposed to use in those. Because otherwise a mineral builds up or something. This water, they remove the minerals. I don't know. But anyways, because of our baby Brezza, I always just buy 5 when I do a drive up. But now we're like weaning off of formula, so we're not going to end up needing the baby Brezza anymore. But just habit, and it's not like we can't use water, you know, for other reasons. For our Disney trip, I just needed like a plain white shirt to like complete one of my son's outfits because he destroyed his last white shirt in the last Disney trip, so there's that. And then my twins had the audacity of sizing up, so I had to grab some of these joggers in the 18 to 24 month size. And then Stella is obsessed with these soup bones, so I grabbed 2 bags of those. We are going to be trying out some new treats from Costco. I'm hoping that'll help. She's running by like a psychopath right now. So if you hear in the background, that's my Husky German Shepherd mix losing her mind. But anyways, we're going to try out some new ones from Costco. And hopefully it'll replace these because these are $11 a bag and they're only 11 in here. So that's like $1 a treat. That's ridiculous. I'm putting together like a little care package. So I grabbed some of these fuzzy socks. I gave these out for Christmas and got a lot of compliments on them, so I grabbed that. I grabbed a hand cream for that. I grabbed this coconut and caffeine facial mask, and then one of these lip balms. I also grabbed my favorite tea. If you guys haven't tried the Yogi teas, specifically the bedtime tea, if you're having a hard time getting sleep, 1 bag of this will just like kind of relax you. 2 bags of it will give you a good night's sleep. And what I love about it is I don't feel groggy the next day like I do with other things. So for me, this is just like when I really need to make sure I'm getting a good night's sleep, I do like 2 bags of that, and it's awesome and it tastes really good. And then I got this honey lavender stress relief for the care package as well. So that's everything from Target this evening. If you're new here, hi, welcome. How's the family? My name is Kate. Thank you so much for taking a chance on me and clicking on that thumbnail. I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 boys, 2 and under. And over here, I try to share some haul videos as well as some recipes or hacks to make life a little bit easier. If I discover something, I want to share it with you because I'm sure you're just as busy as I am. If you happen to like this video, be sure to check out the rest of my channel because I do have playlists of things like recipes, hauls, even my book recommendations. And I'd love it if you subscribe before you leave. All right, now let's get into those 3 recipes we're sharing today. All right, you guys, I'm super excited because I am going to share with you in this video one of my favorite things that I meal prep for my toddler, which is oatmeal waffles. These are a simple, fast, 6-ingredient waffle, and I think they taste really good. So I would even eat them. You could sweeten them a little bit more by adding like brown sugar or maple syrup, but to me, they taste good the way they are. I'm gonna be using my Dash Mini Waffle Maker. I got this at Costco, and the plate at the bottom actually swaps out. So they have like a regular waffle plate that you can put on there. They have a gingerbread. They have a Christmas tree, a snowflake, and a pumpkin. And it comes in this nice little storage box, so you can store all of the plates that you're not using. So today, you know, Valentine's is coming up. Plus, I love my son, so I'm going to use the heart plate. But again, there's like a plain one in there. I love these Dash Mini Waffle Makers, and I know you can find them a lot of the times at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. So if you see it, especially for like a low price, because I think at TJ Maxx and Home Goods, the regular ones are usually like anywhere from $7 to $12. Target even sells them for only like $12, something around there. And there's a bunch of super cute ones, and I just think it makes breakfast so much fun. So we're just gonna do a single batch. So it's gonna be 1 cup of oats, 1 banana, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of milk, a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, or maybe a little less, and then a teaspoon of vanilla. So that is all gonna go together in this little blender that John got me actually for Christmas a couple Christmases ago. I love this one because I have a regular blender, but this one right here is actually cordless. And so when I need to do something fast like this, it's not super powerful like my regular blender, but when I need to do some quick work, this thing is awesome. If I can find it to link it, I will. I think John actually got this at Home Depot of all places, so leave it to a guy to find cool stuff like that at Home Depot, you know what I mean? Oh, the other thing that's cool about this too is these plates actually come out, and this is dishwasher safe. So I do love that. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna blend this up, get them going, and I think this is probably gonna make about 6 of these waffles if I remember correctly.
What you're putting in, all your hopes and efforts are all in vain.
Okay, so we ended up making 5 of these. Some came out better than others, and I will say I don't think I had a full cup of oatmeal. I think it was just shy of it, so it's a little thinner than normal, but he'll still love these. That's all that matters. So yeah, anyways, these are my little oatmeal waffles that I whip up. All right, you guys, coming at you with another family favorite, and this is such a dump and go meal. It is not even funny. I honestly feel like I'm cheating by sharing this with you, but if you need a fast meal like I usually do, I 100% recommend this. One of my friends turned me on to this recipe like probably a year ago at this point. I've adapted it to the crock pot. I think she cooks it on the stove. But the star ingredient is this saffron road tikka masala simmer sauce. I'm sure this is not in any way authentic. The ingredients are actually pretty reasonable for a package type thing. There are instructions on the back that I completely ignore and don't follow whatsoever. They give you a few options and I don't do any of them. There's so many ways you could change this. You could do this with tofu. You could do it with a, you know, a lamb if you wanted, I bet. I've actually made ground turkey meatballs with this sauce before and it was delicious. So anyways, we're gonna be doing it with chicken breasts today. I have almost 3 pounds of chicken breasts. I have some baby carrots. We're gonna be kind of rushing this tonight. I'm gonna be cooking it on high because I need it done before we go to bed, and then we're gonna store it. It's kind of like, this is a meal prep situation. So I'm gonna steam the carrots separately. If you have time to cook it slow and low for several hours, you can just also toss the carrots right in. So I'm taking an extra step today that you wouldn't need to. You're also gonna have some garbanzo beans that have been drained and rinsed, the simmer sauce, and then for seasoning, super simple, salt, pepper, and za'atar seasoning. This I got at Trader Joe's, but I know you can find that pretty much anywhere. So everything you're gonna see is just gonna get dumped right in. I'm gonna cook it on high for about 2-3 hours, just until the chicken is fully cooked. I will steam the carrots separately and then I'll mix it all together for the meal prep. We serve this over white rice, but you could do it with naan bread if you wanted to. You could do it with pasta if you wanted to. You can do it with whatever you feel like, okay? Whatever your heart calls out for, that's what you can do it with. My crock pot is 4.5 quarts. I got this at Target. It's like $24.99. Keep an eye on it because sometimes it dips down to $19.99. I will have it linked down below for you. It's the most beautiful green color ever. And I love that the crock pot liner is white. I don't know, okay? I just love it. So anyways, so we're gonna dump this all in. Dreams will be coming true in about 2.5 to 3 hours.
Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscience. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason, and a little bit of faith has got to come my way.
All right, next up, John is making one of our favorite comfort meals, homemade Italian hamburger helper. We use ground turkey in ours, but this is also great with shredded chicken, beef, or Italian sausage. We use Parmesan cheese, our homemade chicken stock, which I shared in my last video, Italian seasoning, onion, garlic, pepper, marinara, and a 1/2 pound of pasta. We didn't have any mozzarella on hand, so we ended up using cheddar instead. This is super easy to throw together and it's all done in one skillet. The full recipe will be given in the description box. You definitely want to add this one to your recipe rotation. All right, enjoy this music while John throws it together for us.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, sing along to the radio. We're gonna make it someday, nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top.
All right, you guys, thank you so much again for being here and spending some time with me today. I really, really do appreciate it. I hope I delivered whatever you needed when you clicked on that thumbnail. If I did, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye.